Good morning. How are you doing this fine day? Me, still dreading the day that someone finally identifies my incompetence and general lack of interest, but thanks for asking. We have a packed show for you today and yet another Didcot related rant. So without further ado, let's roll that intro and get on with the show. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Thursday, the 22nd of July, and as the old geezer just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, Avonmouth is bracing for a big blast later today. Today's the day to get connected with Hitachi. If you're a demolition contractor, Basildon Borough Council is looking to speak to you. And we have some truly shocking news for you too. You might want to be sat down for that bit. If you've got any comments or questions about these subjects or anything else for that matter, please be sure to leave them in the chat and I'll get to them in just a bit. But first, let's pause to consider that on this day in history, a small baby was pushed through a woman's birthing canal. That baby went on to become one of the celebrities enjoying a birthday on this day of days. And it's many happy returns to the fearsome Sonny Liston, former heavyweight boxing champion of the world, who eventually met his match in a brash young upstart called Cassius Clay. I wonder whatever happened to him. Happy birthday also to Danny Glover, who really is now too old for this shit, to Eagles drummer and singer Don Henley, to professional wrestler, showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid himself, Mr. Shawn Michaels, and to a former king of Spain who apparently went by the name Philip the Handsome. Sounds like the kind of guy that would have love bites on his mirror. Many happy returns to each and every one of them, regardless of their misplaced modesty. If you've been watching this week, you'll know that I've been on something of a crusade over the time it is taking to investigate and explain the Didcot disaster that claimed the lives of 4 demolition men back in 2016. While I'm still angry about that element of the Didcot tragedy, I also wanted to draw a very quick comparison between the UK and the US. As I've previously reported, there was a power station collapse in Ohio at the end of 2019, in which 2 men were killed. It took around a month to recover both bodies, compared to the 6 months it took at Didcot. And while the Didcot investigation is still rumbling on 5.5 years later at roughly the speed of continental drift, the Ohio incident was investigated, prosecuted, and closed in 17 months. Now, I've said all this before, but how about this? The Didcot A boiler house only partially collapsed on that fateful day, leaving a part of the structure dangerously unstable. It would take 5 months to plan and conduct a controlled explosion that would bring that portion crashing to the ground. The bodies of Ken Cresswell, Chris Huxtable, and John Shaw still lay buried and unrecovered in the mess of tangled steel when that implosion occurred. Now fast forward to last month, when an apartment block collapsed in Surfside in Miami. That too left part of the structure dangerously unstable, and that too was brought down in a controlled explosion. That implosion took less than 2 weeks to plan, prepare, and execute. At Didcot, it would be 6 weeks after the implosion that the first body was recovered, that of Christopher Huxtable. In Miami, less than 4 weeks after the initial collapse and less than 2 weeks after the subsequent implosion, 97 bodies have been recovered. 95 of them have been formally identified. US officials have promised the families that the search would not end until every loved one was recovered. And this is what the Champlain Towers in Miami looks like today. Now, I've been fortunate enough to visit demolition companies and demolition sites literally across the world. And to this day, I still firmly believe that UK demolition contractors are among the very, very best in the world. Our best demolition contractors, and I think we all know who they are, could compete with their contemporaries anywhere in the world. No question about it. UK demolition companies are the elite. They are the very best of the very best. They are the Champions League contenders of the demolition world. But based upon the way in which the Didcot investigation has been mishandled, I now believe that those Champions League contractors, and more importantly their players, are actually competing on a pitch that is barely fit for a Sunday League pub team.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
As soon as today's show is over, I'm hopping into the car to head towards Avonmouth to catch up with Darren Palin, now of Divestiture, and Robin Rushforth of PDC, ahead of an explosive demolition event that is taking place later this afternoon. That controlled blast will help clear a 40-hectare Avalon Works, a former pharmaceutical processing site that was operated by AstraZeneca. The purpose of the blast apparently is to bring down the main building, a 4-storey, 2,500-ton steel frame structure covering nearly 1,900 square metres of the site. A test blast has already proved successful, so we're all set for 3 p.m. today. So my plan is to attempt to live stream the blast over on our Instagram channel. And if you need to know, it's demolition_news. But obviously that's going to hinge upon the local phone and internet signal. However, we are also taking the big camera, the one that I'm talking into right now. So all things being equal, we'll be bringing you some exclusive footage of the blast in tomorrow's show. I've got to be honest, I'm looking forward to this one. I love a blast as much as the next guy, but I haven't actually seen Darren face to face for several years now, so it'll be great to catch up, even though I suspect he's probably going to be just a little bit busy. Did we ever establish how one actually girds one's loins? Only the team over at Hitachi Construction Machinery UK, or HCM UK as they are affectionately known, are currently doing precisely that ahead of a massive virtual event that takes place at 6 p.m. this evening. The event, Connect with Hitachi, is centred upon the company's newly introduced Xaxis-7 range of medium excavators. But there's also going to be an opportunity to check out some of the latest tech on offer from the company. And just to get you in the mood, take a look at this. I am so keen to take part that I'm actually interrupting my journey home from Avonmouth to check it out. If you'd like to be in the audience, there is still time to pre-register over at www.hitachicm.co.uk/connect-with-Hitachi. I hope to see you there. Basildon Borough Council is currently seeking a demolition contractor to tackle the demolition of some existing buildings at Limpstone on Burnt Mills Road. They can't be looking very hard. Essex is absolutely full of demolition contractors. The demolition is to pave the way for the construction of a pair of 3-storey blocks comprising 48 apartments. Davis Construction and Frencon Construction are thought to be slugging it out for the new build element of the works, but the council is yet to trip over one of the countless demolition contractors in the area. You can find out more about this one this project lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel. Or, better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Now, you might recall at the top of the show that I promised to bring you some shocking news. Well, brace yourself because here it comes. The National Federation of Demolition Contractors has issued a press release. No, that's it. That is the shocking news. The voice of the demolition industry really doesn't say very much, does it? I haven't read it, but if you'd like to, it's probably on the NFDC website. Right, unless there's any further business, I will declare this episode of the Breakfast Show adjourned. I will roll the outro in just a second, as soon as I can find it. And then I'll hop over into the chat very, very quickly to see what you've got to say. But as I say, it needs to be quick because I've got to get straight from here to Avonmouth and hopefully see and film that explosive demolition for tomorrow's show. As I say, I hope to bring you more on that tomorrow. Until then, have a great day. Stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends and your colleagues. And thanks as ever for tuning in.